Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The View from Here. I'm your host, Roy. This is my co-host, Kwai Kang Chang. Those people who remember the TV series Kung Fu will know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. Anyway, Mike has decided to play his flute today. I don't know why.
Well, here's the thing.
Actually, that sounds like something that he did play.
Well, it's a flute, and
No,
it
I
is
mean
native.
the song.
Oh no, I always improvise.
Okay.
But the thing is that this is actually what is known as a Native American love flute. It was tradition for a brave to go out and make one of these and then serenade the woman he wanted to marry, that he was in love with. So this way she would know how he felt about her. It's a beautiful thing.
Very
And
relaxing.
you can get jazzy with it too.
That's when the Brave just wanted to jump her bones real quick.
No, that's when the Brave goes to Chicago in the 1920s. And yo, brother, can you jazz that up? Oh, me make heap jazz. Heap 'em jazz, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so I was watching the Ronald Reagan movie with Dennis Quaid, which is, man, a lot of backstory, which is nice because I didn't know so much about his back. The funny thing is, I never really thought much about Ronald Reagan, but according to the movie, he had a very strong spiritual side and very Christian. Yeah. Well,
actually, funny that you talk. I was listening to a podcast talking about James Dodson, who just died, PhD, who just died, and he was a religious man, and he was the one who, I mean, after Reagan actually had somebody on his staff that he wanted the guy to put in pro-life stuff, and most of his staff was telling him, no, get that out. But Reagan kept it in and wanted to use it, and that's why the left really came to hate him, especially the feminists. But Dodson, after Reagan, he said one time that if the party didn't start becoming pro-life, because the Republican Party was not always pro-life as it is today, and he said if they don't do this, then I'm gonna leave this party and take as many people as I can with me, which would have been all the evangelical Christians. Okay,
right.
So,
well, what's interesting is that right now, tomorrow, RFK, Robert Kennedy, is going to be grilled by the powers that be because of the fact that I believe that he's removing so many people from the CDC and other organizations. Right. Well, the thing is that they're saying, well, a lot of lies about him. They're saying he's an anti-vaxxer and things like that, and they're trying to destroy him because it's going to ruin the monopoly of the medical, like Pfizer and so forth, like that. So they're gonna crucify him.
Right.
So I was thinking about that, and it's a damn shame, man.
Well, it's talking about vaccines. You see what Florida just did?
Yes, they said screw you for mandate vaccines.
No mandates of vaccines. Now the left is going to go crazy, but it doesn't mean you can't give your kids vaccines. It's just that you're not obligated to.
Here's the problem with the fucking left. They cannot put two thoughts. They cannot put two thoughts together that fucking make sense. Here's what I'm telling you. They argue when it comes to abortion, my body, my choice.
Exactly.
And then when it comes to vaccines, it's not your body, it's not your choice.
Yeah, exactly.
So the point is
that point.
Which one is it? Which do you have a right?
Whichever one they can use to force you to do what they want you to do. That's what.
Well, they're not going to force this boy. And the thing is, they're not going to force you, and they're not going to force you and you and you and you and you, all our lovely listeners, both of them. But the thing is that kind of hypocrisy. They're always two-sided.
It's endemic in that party.
Yeah, it's like they call one group a racist, and at the same time, you're born with racism in your genetic material, as far as they're declaring. They're saying
only
the white
race only if you're white
is inherently prejudiced. Well, actually, let's not forget the black-white. the ones that are Republican.
Oh, those are the ones who've gone off the plantation and they don't like
And the
it. So they
whitest
call
one of
them
them all is Larry Elder.
yeah, Larry
Larry
Elder's a
Elder,
white supremacist. The guy's
he's whiter
the
than
guy
we are.
the guy were in my apartment at night and I turned the lights off, I wouldn't be able to find him. Okay? Yeah,
Wow.
he's a white supremacist. And I don't mean that as an insult because I greatly respect Larry Elder.
Well, I also the thing is that you must live in a tomb.
No, at night. Well, if the blinds are drawn and everything. Actually, in this I would be able to find because I have little lights here and there that are on at night. So.
Well, my house is relatively lit up, and at night, I have multiple night lights. So, but the point is that they're incongruent with the way of thinking because their thinking is not about establishing a right answer. It's about establishing the answer they want.
Exactly.
So So it's all ego driven. We've talked about this before, but anyway, I'm watching the Dennis Quaid thing, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, wow, I'm starting to like this, and I'm feeling all Reagan-y. And I am Italian, so I have a little bit of oregano in me. Oh yeah. Just say no, oregano. Well, but yeah, I did not have any respect for Reagan at the time. I didn't like the fact that he was building so many aircraft carriers to project power all throughout the world. I felt that was militarism, and to some extent, I'm right. But the thing is that was my view at the time. I was in my mid-20s. I just got out of the Air Force. I wanted nothing to do with the military.
Well, here's something that many people don't even know. When Reagan was in the arms race with the Soviet Union, Gorbachev took over, from the old guard, right? And Reagan kept spending, and on nuclear weapons. Okay, nuclear weapons we're talking about now, and the Soviet Union, to keep up, kept spending on nuclear weapons. So right. Reagan said, "How many we got? So many. Okay, keep building. How many we got? We keep going." Okay. Then we reached a certain number, and Reagan said, "Okay, stop, but don't tell anybody. Keep it to ourselves." Russia, the Soviet Union kept trying to catch up to us and so forth. And finally, they said, "No, we can't do it." They didn't have any money. They went bankrupt. So
they weren't, and they didn't have capitalist funds.
Yeah. So Ronald Reagan's escalation actually bankrupted the Soviet Union, or the evil empire, as he termed it. Okay.
Yep.
And Gorbachev had to basically Gorbachev oversaw the dissolution of the Soviet Union.
Mr. Gorbachev, take down your wall.
It's funny. I was watching a thing, Naked Gun 2.5 the other day, and they had a meeting of villains from around the world, and Frank busts in and he's beating them up. You got Gaddafi there. You got Ayatollah. Then you had Gorbachev at the table. He goes over, grabs Gorbachev, and he rubs his head, right? And you see the tattoo comes off. The ink stain comes off. He goes, "Aha! I thought so."
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah, it was scary growing up in the '60s because
we were going to get under a desk and
yeah, there's some serious bullshit on that one.
The other way that they told us, and a lot of younger people may not know it, if there was a nuclear alert, you had to get down under your desk, put your head between your legs, and kiss your ass.
Goodbye. Yep.
So because the desk was the desk or a table at home. You get a table at home and you get under it. That would stop from a distance fallout from hitting you directly. But it's going to hit. It's going to.
So you're trapped there and you starve to death, and you eat Mrs.'s leg because she died next to you. But the thing is that it was a real mess. There's only one thing worse than being attacked by an atomic bomb, and that is surviving it, because the aftermath of an atomic war is
not going to be nice.
There's an excellent movie called The Road with Viggo Mortensen, and it is absolutely What?
That's the road, the one with Morganson.
The Road.
I
Yeah.
think I saw it, but I'm not sure.
Well, he and his son are trying to make it down south to Florida. There's
No, I
supposedly a
didn't see that
community.
one. I'm sorry. I saw the Book of Eli.
Right. That was pretty good.
And also The Postman by Kevin Costner years earlier.
That was shit. The Postman was a double layer of shit between two pieces of sandwich.
Kevin Costner I used to like, but there aren't that many of his films that were really, really good. The best film I think he ever did was No Way Out.
I don't know.
He was accused.
He's very good.
What?
Is it?
No,
Was
I
it?
didn't. Dances with Wolves was just a.
No, I thought it was really good.
It was all right.
The you seen Yellowstone?
Yellowstone I've not seen. I heard it's really, really good.
Dude, you have no idea.
But I have watched this. I've watched several.
So good.
No, I've watched several episodes of The Prelude, which is 1923, with Harrison Ford and.
It's not. That's not state prehistory.
The Prelude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Wait.
see Kevin Costner's character, I guess, in the beginning is some other actor. I don't know his name, but he's a young guy at the time.
Here we go. I am invested. I have all 4 of the first 4 seasons.
Did you buy those, or did you get them at the library?
I got it as a gift.
Oh, cool.
Yep. My ex-wife was feeling guilty, so she gave me some money.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
But let me tell you something. Kevin Costner is amazing.
I got an ex-wife joke for you.
Ex-wives are jokes, but go ahead.
God said, you know how women, they like to tell you things, but they don't really want you to fix anything. They just want you to listen, right? You know that, right? That whole thing.
Right.
They get annoyed if you try and fix it. They just want you to listen. They said, so I was having dinner with my ex-wife the other night, and she goes, I'm choking. And I looked at her and I said, I hear you. That was Dale Quinn. I like Dale Quinn.
He's good.
He's great.
He's good.
He's great. He was like, he was doing that thing on the phone he does where, you call a white guy, hi, this is Tom, just leave your message there. Then you call a Mexican guy, and then they said, you call a black guy, and then some black guy in the audience goes, hey, watch your jokes, man. Watch your fucking jokes. He goes, excuse me? He goes, watch your jokes, man. Oh, no, I'm just getting started. He goes, all my life I grew up listening to black men make fun of white men. I'm going to do the same shit. Anyway, we're off track again.
Yeah, definitely. We're not on a track.
See, true. We are on a trail, and we're not really on a trail. We're trailblazing.
Yes. To be honest with you, the only reason why we're here is because I'm avoiding responsibility, and it's working for me. So the thing is that again, getting back to Reagan and all that stuff, that is a neat little movie so far. I'm about 25 minutes into it, and he's met Nancy, and they're married at this point, and his career as an actor is fizzling, but
has he been head of the union yet?
Oh yeah, he's president of the union at this point.
The Actors Guild, the Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, yep. And there was that whole interesting. What I didn't know is he was actually an informant for the FBI.
Yeah, he did. He did tell the FBI about people in Hollywood who were active members of the Communist Party.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people got blacklisted because of that. Maybe that was one reason that he wasn't getting any work in Hollywood either.
Well, it was because
he was of actors anyway.
Yeah, the one of the characters who was supposed to be, I forget who it was. One of the lead producers said that he only had 5 years left of his career because of his age and everything. It's kind of interesting. And then he did a lot of commercials and stuff. So at that point when you did TV,
I remember watching Death Valley Days on TV every week. Remember that? He was the host.
He was making money, but he wasn't a lead actor anymore.
No. I think Bedtime for Bonzo was probably his big. No. His biggest role was the football player. Well, he went for the Gipper.
the Newt Rockney story.
Yeah, and that's why he was nicknamed by the press when he was president. He was nicknamed the Gipper.
Okay. Yeah. When he was a kid, he was called Dutch.
Yes, he was. He saved several people as a lifeguard, by the way, when he was in high school and college.
Right. Yeah. Supposedly 77, but a small portion of those were women that were trying to get seduced by him.
Trying to get his what?
Get laid.
Okay. Yeah, he was a good-looking guy back then.
I guess so.
He was 6'1". He was 6'1". He'd been a football player.
Yeah. I'm not one of those, so I wouldn't know. So
you know what? One of those Dr.
One
Evils?
of those.
Dr. Evils?
Oh yeah, that was such a good little movie, right?
No. We're going to ask him for $1 million.
I was thinking about that scene where they throw somebody down the chute, their seat like drops out, and goes, oh well, he's probably down. I'm not dead, but it hurts down here. He's like, you hear the guy under the floor going, can I get out, please? I don't want to go. He's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was probably the best one. Was the first one, definitely.
Yeah, well, that was
as usual. Yeah. But how about no?
Yeah, no. Actually, my sons nicknamed me Faja.
Faja.
Yeah, because when he was describing some bizarro way of being in his Baltic make-believe country, he called his father Faja. Of course, Faja, wouldn't do this or that or the other thing. So then Leo picked it up and started calling me Faja.
Oh, so it was his nickname for you. Okay.
Yes.
I misunderstood. I thought you said it was his nickname.
No, I had a nickname for each of my sons. My first one, I named him Mugwup, and my second one, I named him Fuzz Monkey. And my first son got very upset because he thought all my kids were going to be Mugwups. He was the only Mugwup. He goes, why isn't he a Mugwup? I said, because he's the Fuzz Monkey.
What you call it? Yeah, Dale Quinn talked about kids. He said, my wife and I, had our kids are adopted. He goes, I miss them sometimes. Oh, all right. Anyway, let's get back on the trail.
I'm going to take things in another direction, okay? Since I'm an avid board gamer.
Quirkle.
Now, you're going to see this at Walmart. You're going to see it at Targets, etc., etc. It's all over the place. And the reason for that is it's actually an excellent game. It's an abstract game, and you're trying to go ahead and create columns of colors and shapes, and there's all kinds of stuff going on, and it's affordable. It's like about $25. So just letting you know, that's a great little game. And let me show you the people another game that many of them probably don't know about.
Hey, Mike, you're saying it's an affordable game at $25. Imagine when we were kids, if we wanted a game that was $25.
Yes, and it would have been much bigger.
What little Joe got for $25 one Christmas? $25. He got a 50 caliber submachine gun with the belt that had 50 white bullets in it. Okay,
right,
and it was fantastic. Everybody. We used to go to the Great Western supermarket and worship it, just look at it, stare at it, and, drool over it. And little Joe's parents got it for him.
Some of those big toys was like Battle Wagon and etc. But this over here, this is a great game over here. This is called Just Once. It's in some ways, it's much, much better than Apples to Apples.
Than who?
Apples to Apples.
Oh, I think I played Apples to Apples once with my grandkids, once or twice.
Very simple. You have one person as a guesser, and everybody else gets cards, and the person throws a card down that says, okay, let's say Elvis Presley, and then everybody secretly puts a card in there from their hand that they think is related to Elvis Presley, and then they flip them over one at a time. Some of them are rather ridiculous, and there's a lot of laughs. It's simple. I just explained the game to you, and whoever's card is picked by the guesser, they get to keep that card, and that's one of their points. Okay. You win so many points, the game is over.
Right. That's similar in a way to Cards Against Humanity.
I hate that game.
I love that game.
I hate it. It's too adult.
Yeah, it is an adult game. Yeah, but they
Yeah, I
have
don't
they
like
have a
that.
version for kids now. I hear.
Maybe so, but they already got on my bad side on that one. I was introduced to it, and there were a bunch of young folks around, and it was far too uncomfortable.
Huh. Okay.
It's not appropriate for anything but an extremely mature group.
Yeah, you have to be 21 or over.
There's another one just as bad called Choking Hazard.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I mean, they have some cards that are absolutely abhorrent.
Okay, never heard of it, so I can't say anything about it.
Good for you, you lucky man. It was a piece.
Pardon
You know,
me.
the thing
Keep talking to get some light in here.
Yeah, I noticed. But then we're going to have to see your ass. That's not good. Oh, no. Avert your eyes, everyone.
Ta-da!
It lives.
Is that better?
In a manner of speaking, yes. In another manner of speaking, no. Oh, my God. There's another game. I'm not going to take it out called Just Say No. Fantastic. Another one called Lost Cities. A great two-player game.
No. Was that by Nancy Reagan?
It could have been. Yeah. But a lot of great little games. Hey, let me pump my game. If you go to my site, which you can find on our website, this podcast website, you go there, hunt down T. Oh man, I keep forgetting the letters. It's the mirror scrolls of Dominovia. If you just use those letters, you just see a bunch of letters. T M whatever.
TMS of who? Of where? Monrovia?
Dominovia.
Dominovia. TSND.
Yeah.
TSND.
It's the one selection on our website, on my website, that is not a word. It's just a bunch of letters. You pump that, that'll take you to.
It's down at the end of the first page, I believe, right?
It's on its own page.
No, the link to it is down at the bottom of the front page.
It's at the very bottom of our page.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's free. It's a very good game. It's domino style, but it's dominoes on steroids. And if you ever need to play dominoes, you can use the set as a domino set and actually play a traditional domino game.
Okay. Because how did we get onto game?
Because I needed to say something and you weren't helping. Yep. I canceled my order from that game company I complained to you about.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. Well, at least they're going to give you your money back. That's good.
They're going to give me my money back, which means I don't have to buy from them, and I can use that to produce something someplace else.
All right. I could really make you feel guilty right now by asking you, what is it? What kind of work are you avoiding by doing the podcast, second podcast today?
Getting the production files ready to basically produce another copy of Z, which is another family game of mine, which is available on my site. And I'm going to be, I've reconstituted it in a way to make it a little bit more affordable. And it'll be only 1 to 4 players now instead of 1 to 6, because in truth, it's difficult to get 5 or 6 players together around anything. So,
yeah, but you could have the option, no?
You have the option, but you're paying for an option you're not going to use. So,
but the option's going to be there anyway. Oh, you're just taking it out.
There's not enough content.
Okay, so the first edition is going to be up to 6 players, and the second edition is only 4.
Yes. And the thing is that it would be nice if the first edition was available, but they shut it down, so you can't even get it.
Right. Okay.
So, and there's only 2 more unopened copies left in the United States. One in Stroudsburg and one in Bethlehem, both in Pennsylvania. And when those are gone, that's the end of that. But the thing is that I really haven't played it 6 players or 5 players. So it's a good 3-4 player game. It's very good. So, that's that. It's good. And interesting thing I learned about business is that when you're running a business and you have to continue to take losses as it's a temporary setback, and by doing that, it's teaching me a lot. And so we're going to see what's going to happen. It's pretty exciting.
At least you're not losing money to the tune of millions per year like, what's his name? Jeff Bezos did for many years.
I wish I was losing millions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have meant that I would have at least $100,000 left for myself.
Yeah, but then you get idiots like, oh, did you hear what Trump said about her? What the hell
Who?
did she? Oh,
Who's her?
AOC. He said she
Oh,
talks like, oh my God, like a retarded peanut or retarded squirrel or something like that.
oh, wow, he broke a lot of rules on that one. He insulted a woman and he used the word retarded in a
No, it
sentence.
wasn't retarded. I forget what it was. But apparently he made fun of quite a few people today. I wish I'd written down what it was. Scott Adams mentioned it today. And Scott Adams was laughing as he was telling us what it was that Trump said today.
Well, the thing is that there are, the term retard means to deny or move, to move a little slower or to hold back, whatever. It's take your foot off the gas. But the thing is that there was this whole anti-retard rule
It wasn't
that was
retard that he called. No, it was something about high pitched squirrel or something that she sounds like or whatever.
there's no insult that you can throw at AOC that won't stick.
Yeah, exactly.
She's what she was. She was basically an entertainer turned politician, and they just marketed her because they needed a facade. And so, the thing is that
And I'm convinced that she was elected through fraud because the second time around, I saw her constituents being interviewed on the street. They were unhappy with her. And then she wins in a landslide against a black veteran. I don't think so.
well, if you noticed that the putting the fix in on an election didn't quite work. Last time Trump ran.
Thank God, because we were more vigilant this time around.
Yes. Also, there's only so many slaps in the face that a human being can take before he fights back, and we were all very pensive.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Don't try. Do.
I saw there was this white libtard woman in that Lieutenant Governor Winsome is a black woman and she's a veteran and she's very MAGA. Okay, she's the Virginia. She is running for Glenn Youngkin's seat because he's being ousted due to term limits. Okay. Anyway, this one woman is holding up a sign saying she's an older white woman. Okay, a libtard, a Democrat. Hey, Winsome, if trans can't share your bathroom, then blacks can't share my water fountain. How friggin' racist is that? And this is the party that constantly calls us racist. Okay, and I've seen more and more black guys doing things on Instagram and stuff where they're like, this is bullshit, and they're very pro MAGA and all, and they're very pro Trump, and they can't believe that the Democrats are pulling all the bullshit that they're still pulling.
I wear my MAGA hat all over the place, and I reach out to people all the time. And the fact of the matter is that I make a point of reaching out to black people, possibly a little bit more than any other group, because I feel it's necessary I think it's necessary to reach out to make sure, in case some people are on the fence about that. And I have nothing but great experiences with the black people of Pennsylvania. I mean, I haven't had one problem.
That's because you don't live near Philadelphia.
Well, the thing is, and also I don't talk to gang members. So
there you go.
So the thing is that excellent people, and you get into these things, and it gets so funny. And what I like about interacting with these black folks is the fact that they give back as good as they get. And like you throw a joke out and they throw me one back and I'm like blown away. It's like, wow, that was great, man. It's just nice to have that dialogue with people you don't know.
Yeah.
And there's no sense of racism in my area. There just isn't any sense of it.
Because they're more American than they are black American.
Right. It's just, and I had to prove that to myself for the longest time, because I was really upset, because I thought, no, this can't be true. People can't believe that white folks are inherently racist. It just bothered me that people might actually believe that. And I haven't had any evidence of that, except on the tube.
Hey, what's his name? You know Sam Elliott, the actor?
Yes.
Okay. I read something somewhere that he's anti-MAGA. I don't believe. I think he was MAGA.
The thing is, I'm okay with you being anti-MAGA. You might not want to be part of an organization. Like Groucho Marx said, I'll never be part of an organization that'll have me.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be any part. I don't have
The
anything
thing
to
is,
do with an organization to have me as a member.
look what happened with Elon. Elon had a hissy fit. Things did not go his way. He got all pissed off. He talked a lot of shit. And now, all of a sudden, he's on the mend.
He's okay.
He's talking dance and
He
stuff
lost
like
his
that.
temper, and that's it. And you know what? He's used to getting his way.
And that's what I was going to say.
Look, the guy's the wealthiest man in the world. He says something. He's probably surrounded by yes men to the extent that he probably gets nauseated after a while.
Right. But at the same time, being pampered isn't such a bad idea either. But the thing is that he's just if Sam Elliott doesn't like MAGA, let's say that's true, right? Maybe somebody might have said something and set him up, and for all we know, he might have even made a joke.
Or it might have been a meme that the left tried making just to try and turn people against him.
Sometimes when people accuse you of stuff you don't do, you play into them by going and acting like you're the thing that they say you are.
Like Trump does, where he's saying, he'll be running again in 2028. He's not going to do it. You know that the MAGA people would not stand for that, okay?
Well, if the microphone goes up to Sam Elliott and Sam Elliott, they go, we need to hear that you're pro-MAGA. Pro-MAGA. Go fuck yourself. I'm not pro any fucking thing. It's like... Now,
he would answer like that meme they have of him in that film, The Big Lebowski, where he's sitting at the bowling alley, he got the cowboy hat, and he says, "You're a special kind of stupid, aren't you?"
That's actually an interesting, strange little movie.
Yeah,
it's a Coen movie, right?
What?
It's a Coen Brothers movie?
I think so.
There's Fargo. There's that.
Fargo is a great movie. My God, that came out of nowhere.
I think even better than that is the what is that? The mobster movie.
Mobster movie?
Yeah, one of the early ones. They're all criminals. But anyway,
it was a movie?
Yes, it was a movie.
You're talking about Goodfellas?
No, that's not a Coen Brothers movie.
A Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Lock, Stock. No, that wasn't them.
That's a British movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie too. Especially that guy they couldn't kill.
I haven't seen that in such a long time. I don't remember any of the particulars.
There's explosions, this and that. He gets shot, this and that, and then they're outside, and all of a sudden he comes outside all pissed off, like he's going after whoever.
Wait, are you talking about that big British guy that just died?
No, he was in it too. But he was tough to kill also. No, but the other guy who was in, oh my God, he was in, what was the last Kubrick film? Eyes Wide Shut. He was the guy who was running the store. He looks a little like Robert De Niro, okay? And he was in that. I think he was the guy who they couldn't kill. Sort of like a modern day Rasputin. Oh, did you ever see the Saturday Night Live thing of Rasputin?
Holy shit.
What?
I didn't know the Coen Brothers did No Country for Old Men.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. They make really great films. You know who surprised me? The Wachowski brothers. They made a few films that were really good too. I can't name them, but the Wachowski brothers they have been, I think, for the past 5 years, the Wachowski sisters.
Yeah, I heard about that. The name of the movie I was trying to remember is Miller's Crossing.
That sounds familiar, but I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, it's a mobster movie. It came out in 1990. Fantastic.
1990?
Yeah.
The Coen brothers have been making movies since then. Shit. Village Crossing.
Yeah. 94, The Huckster Proxy. Don't know anything about that.
Yeah, that was Paul Newman was in that, and so was the guy who was in Network, Ned Beatty.
Okay.
I think he. Oh no! Paul Newman played Hunsaker. He jumped out of the window at the beginning, right?
Okay. one of my favorite movies of all time, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
You sure it's Village Crossing?
I said Miller Crossing. Miller's
Oh,
Crossing.
Miller's Cross. Oh yeah, I've seen that a couple of times. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I thought you said Miller's Crossing.
There first. Actually, I walked away from the movie called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and I came back and I watched it a second time. Fell in love with it.
I was disappointed with the ending.
Okay.
But it
wow.
kept my interest all the way through.
Did you know that they're the ones who did the newer version of True Grit?
Which is all right, but I don't think it was as good as the John Wayne one.
I hate to say it, but I think it's actually, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think they're both great. They're just two different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, Raising Arizona was their first movie. It looks like '87.
Oh, that was theirs. Okay. Yeah, that was
The Serious Man. We talked about that the other day.
Who?
That's the one where
which one?
A Serious Man. That's where this Jewish guy's wife.
I couldn't get into it.
Oh man, I love that movie.
I couldn't get into it.
But then again, you have no taste. There's '84. Blood Simple. I never saw that.
Blood Simple. I know the name. I'm trying to remember what it was about.
According to this list, the top three is number 3, The Big Lebowski. Number 2, No Country for Old Men. And number 1, what is number 1? Fargo.
Fargo, okay.
Now, I thought Fargo was really good.
Simple as the owner of a seedy small town Texas bar discovers one of his employees is having an affair with his wife. A chaotic chain of misunderstanding, lies, and mischief ensues after he devises a plot to have them murdered. Which reminds me of a film that I really liked.
Double Indemnity.
No, that's a great film too. But no, I'm talking about the comedy from I think 1984 with Dudley Moore, where he's convinced that his wife is having an affair with Armand DeSantis, and he plots to kill them both. And he goes through the whole thing, and you see how he's going to kill them both and have them kill his wife and have him Armand DeSantis go to prison for the rest of his life. But then that was all fantasy. Now he puts it into action, and everything he tries falls to shit. It was Dudley Moore in oh my god!
Isn't that the one where she ends up killing him and puts him in a rug?
No. In the end, he finds out she loves him, and she never screwed with him. And I think they were planning a surprise birthday party for him or something.
My favorite Dudley Moore movie is Bedazzled.
That was a good film too.
And that was with Peter Cook as the devil.
Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. Oh, that was Bedazzled?
Yes.
Wait, wasn't Bedazzled with the guy who played the whale?
Yes, it was, but that was a later version.
Oh, another version. Okay.
That was a newer version that which is also good with Brendan Fraser.
Oh.
But the first one is very it's good. It's very good.
Natasha Kinski played his wife in this one, I'm thinking.
Well, in the original Bedazzled, do you know who I believe made her debut? Right. Raquel Welch.
No, the original Bedazzled?
Yes.
What year was that?
The original Bedazzled. She was in it.
In the 60s?
And yeah. And
wow.
She was one of the Temptations, Lust. That was her character, which I believe she was qualified for.
Huh. Oh my God! What the hell was the name of that? Hey Siri, what was the name of the film with Dudley Moore and Armand DeSantis? It's easier doing it this way. Faithfully Yours. That is a good film. That will make you laugh. Okay, he's plotting to kill his wife and have the guy who he thought was his best friend. He's a conductor. He's a famous conductor, and Armand DeSantis is a famous violinist. And Natasha Kinski is just hot. Oh my God, she's so
1967 is when Bedazzled was made. Okay, so
no, she was already in the caveman thing where she didn't speak.
I don't think so. Let's see, writers, directors,
and Natasha Kinski. Okay, Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch, she was hot.
She was. But her what the hell was that film that she did? It was something to do with 3,000 BC, 5,000 BC or something.
Yeah, 10,000 BC. They don't even really. They only just barely mention her. She had a very small part.
Are you talking about Bedazzled or Bewitched?
Bedazzled.
Because Bewitched, she was there in '64.
I don't know
Oh, that
anything
was
about
a TV
Bewitched.
series. That was a TV series.
No.
1 million years BC.
Elizabeth
You're right.
Montgomery.
What year was the one you're talking about? 67?
64.
64. I mean, yeah. 1 million years BC. That's what made her really famous. Was 1966.
Right. Like I said, this was her first movie. That actually is what made her, because she was discovered because of that movie.
Because of what?
Because of Bedazzled. The movie on
Bedazzled? Okay.
Yeah. She was discovered because of that.
All right.
She was lust. Because the devil has talked Dudley Moore
Excuse me. What?
bless you, my child, and never sin again. Peter Cook, who's the devil, talks Dudley Moore into giving up his soul for 7 wishes.
Yeah.
So this way he could be with the girl that he loves.
But in the end, he screws the devil out of it.
Well, I forget the exact trickery that happens in the end. But, it's first of all, I won't ruin it for the listeners, but you're wrong. What happens is that every single wish that he makes is followed literally. It's like that old problem with the genie.
Yes.
Everything
is literal. Yeah.
Everything is literal. It's hysterical.
So the remake was 33 years later. Holy shit.
Surprisingly, it was in color, which is weird. Anyway, I remember seeing it, I think, on Channel 13.
I saw him. I saw Dudley Moore one time on some variety show, right, where he came in. He was being interviewed by a guy. He was a one-armed, one-legged man, and he was going to play Tarzan. He was auditioning for the role of Tarzan. That's what it was. And the interviewer is like, he's showing the interview that he can do Tarzan, and he's hopping up and down on stage all during the interview.
Yeah. Well, there's this old joke. These 2 black guys are in a bar. One black guy goes ahead and says to another black guy, he goes, "I tried to get a job, but they didn't hire me because they were prejudiced." So the other guy goes, "Well, what did you try to get a job for?" "I tried to be a radio announcer." So there you go. It's not so much about being black as it is about being stupid.
And having to stutter.
It's actually an interesting lesson, because how many times do we think that we fail because of something that we simply refuse to
blame something else? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, guy stutters.
Of course, people don't like taking personal responsibility.
Yes, like those people. Yeah, but you know what? They give me my money back, I'll be happy, because that's been burning a hole in my heart.
What are you talking about? You talking about the game again? Your game craft?
Yeah.
Well, how did that come up again?
I thought that's what you were referencing.
No, I was talking about people who say, "Oh, I didn't get the job because of this," and meanwhile,
right.
"Oh, they were prejudiced against me. They didn't want to give me the job." Meanwhile, they got like nose rings and ear piercings and shit.
Yeah, that shit is ugly. And the thing is, like, the funny thing is that I see a lot of that, and I first thing, how do you blow your nose? It's like, that's gotta be rough. And also, if you're in a situation, somebody grabs you by the ear nose, you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah, like you do in film, like in The Punisher. Remember that poor guy the guy who was all tattooed and had all the piercings, and the bad guys come in and rip the.
Oh yeah. I saw that movie, but I forget exactly.
Ripping out the earrings.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I had an earring. I used to have one when it was. I felt I was cool, and I stopped wearing it after a while.
When you felt you were not cool.
I can still feel where it was, though. The hole closed up and everything, but I can still feel that little bit of it. Yeah,
and I've got one that I got in the early '90s, and lately I've been wearing the diamond.
Yeah. I used to wear just a simple gold band. That was it. I thought anything more was
a loop, a gold loop.
Yeah, band, loop, whatever you want to call it.
Gold loop.
Loop. You sound stupid when you say loop.
Loop.
It's a manly way of saying it. Loop.
Loop.
It sounds like you're on the Waltons. Loop. loop.
Now it sounds like something fell on your foot. Oh,
Or it's breakfast time. Loops, loops, Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops, yes. It's breakfast at the gate house.
So we're really degrading here. Let's get us back on track.
On the trail. We're not
What
on
was
the
the
track.
first car? What was the first car you ever owned?
Oh, owned personally? Because I have
No,
several cars.
no. When I asked for the car that you owned,
That's what
I'm not
saying.
interested in
I
the one
own
you own.
myself. The Lincoln Mark IV, 1974.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you were super flat.
And for
Lincoln
$800 more, instead of the chocolate brown, I could have had the white one that had the sunroof. For $800 more, I said no. And you know how much that cost me, that car? A total of put $3,500 down, and the car cost me altogether $5,500. No,
Pretty good. Was it new or used?
No. I'm sorry. No, $7,500. Yeah, I took 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. No, I put $2,500 down. Maybe I know I had a $5,000 loan.
My first car was a Ford Galaxy, and I put $500 down, which paid for the car. It was very used, and I was getting an average of 8 miles to the gallon. It was a pig.
My Blazer, which was my second car, my Chevy Blazer. Well, no, wait. Let's see. No. First, the Mark IV. The Mark IV. Guess how much I got in the city?
With or without your Red Bull. No, I'm sorry, not the Red Bull. Go ahead.
7 miles per gallon, and it was using high test. But gas was costing me. High test was costing me 39 cents a gallon, I think. Maybe.
So let me get this straight. You had to pay $7,000 for the car. And did you have to pay that directly to Billy D. Williams? Or did you throw in a Colt 45?
Excuse me, I need water.
Yeah, well, we all need something. Yeah, damn. Anyway, my second car was quite the reverse.
I like this water.
My second car was actually an MG Midget, which I bought in Las Vegas for.
That was a cool car.
From Fletcher Jones.
That was a cool car.
Fletcher Jones Cars. He was one of the biggest guys. Yep, I think I paid $1,500 for it. It was basically lime green, 2-seater only. Yeah.
Okay. After the Blazer, which was a tank, I loved that car. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you. Guess how much I used to get on the highway with the Mark IV?
Let me guess, 6 miles to the gallon?
No, 7 was in the city.
Okay, so now we got maybe 10.
No, actually, it stretched out to about 13 to 15. That was at a time when most cars were getting 20-something. Then my Blazer was an improvement.
In truth,
15 miles in the city, and it was about 20-something miles on the highway.
If we're going to talk about first set of wheels, my first set of wheels was not a car; it was a motorcycle, and that was of all things, a Kawasaki 100 K1. I think it was the K100, and man, that was so underpowered it was ridiculous. It was basically a street legal dirt bike. What is that?
Saratoga still, not the Spark. It's not cheap, but I have it once in a while.
I was all about motorcycles before I got a car. I had a Honda 450 before I bought that other car that I mentioned at the beginning, and then after that, I bought another motorcycle when I was about 24, 25. Bought a Honda 250, which looked like a police bike because it was so old. It had all the flaring and everything. It's a nice bike, but I didn't have it for long.
The first car that I actually drove was a 1963 Chevy Impala station wagon. The second car I drove when my father bought himself a newer car was the 1963 Bel Air station wagon, Chevy Bel Air also. Then my mother won at my brother's graduation. My mother won the lottery, what do you call it? Not lottery, the raffle for a 1974, I think, Ford Maverick. Okay, 1971 maybe. Anyway, yeah, Richie graduated 70, 1971 Maverick, and that I taught my mom how to drive in it. She got her driver's license. That was the day she got her driver's license. Was the last day. Unfortunately, she drove it because after that it kind of became de facto my car. All right, and we used to go out. I mean, the Ford Maverick was not that big, but we had one. There were times when we fit 7 or 9 guys inside of it. This is why we were always getting stopped by cops, by the way. Anyway, and Little Joe, when it was full, Little Joe would lay across the back dash by the rear window. Anyway, the Maverick was pretty good. It was considered a very small car in those days. Today, it would be a big mid-sized car. Okay.
Well, my third car was a Fiat 128, which I also bought at Fletcher Jones.
I had a Fiat too, X19.
Piece of shit.
The X19. The X19. You know what I didn't like about the X19? I'd be going along the highway, and I could, if I wanted to, go under trucks back and forth if I had.
Well, yeah, kind of like the Italian Job.
Oh my God, that was so low. Oh no, I love those minis. I drove a Mini one summer when I was on vacation in Portugal. What a great car!
It wasn't low to the ground. It was the Fiat 128 was basically a box on wheels, and gas mileage was so.
Wait, is that the one that looked like a Mini if you farted inside of it?
No, it was. It looked like a box. Looked like a fucking box.
Okay. So did the original Minis that
when I it's a Fiat 128. So the thing is that when you sat in it, it wasn't like your legs were stretched out. You were actually sitting up like you were in a chair. That's how tall it was. So that's one of the things I liked about it. It was high off the ground, and but it had
after the MG, yeah,
it had terrible gas mileage. You couldn't go more than 200 miles on a full tank.
What did it have? Like a 10-gallon tank?
I don't know what it had. Didn't have enough. So anyway, the thing is that it just didn't. It wasn't any good. And then when I was crossing the Rocky Mountains with it, going back to Nevada, the oil shot out the engine, and I burnt the engine, and the car was shot. And I just gave it back to the company, gave it back to Fiat, and they took it, and that was it.
You know, another fun car I had for a very short time, just a few months. I bought a 1966. No, I'm sorry, 67 Ford T-Bird.
Oh,
that thing! I literally drove circles around my brother coming down 280 one day, just for the fun of it. We're driving down, and we're going above the speed limit, and I drove around him several times just to do it. That was a fun car. However, unfortunately, I bought it for $400. The mechanic looked at it, and he told me, look, the body's all rusted out. It's going to fall apart any day now. So I sold it for $400. I got my money back. But I had 3 or 4 months of fun with it. However, I found out after I sold it, I didn't know this, for not that much money, I could have had this mechanic didn't tell me that. I could have had steel welded to the original body, and it would have held. It would have been like new. And that car was fast, man. It was like the Mark IV. Actually, the Mark IV and the T-Bird were very similar. It was just that the Mark IV was more expensive, but they had the same engine, everything. You know, the looks were a little different.
The MG midget that I had. Okay, which was basically a coffin on wheels.
Was it a midget or a dwarf?
Midget. Yeah, I got you. The MG also made another size. I forget what the hell that was called. Slightly larger, but anyway, that was the only sports car I ever owned. After that, I pretty much went for practicality. And I'm not a motorhead. I want my cars to use as little gas as possible, and to require as little maintenance as possible, and get me where I'm supposed to go. Reliability and gas mileage is key for me. So I'm not any fun when it comes to automobiles.
Right. What else did I have? After that, I had. I wound up having, after my accident I had the Pontiac. No, wait. After my accident, which I had in my brother's Mazda, I wound up with a Dodge Colt for a little while. That was a small car, very small car. That was in the mid '80s. I got that after I recovered from my accident, and then I traded that in after a year or so for a Pontiac 6000, which was a nice car.
Tulsi Gabbard is the intelligence
director of national intelligence.
I don't know if this is true or not, but what I've heard, she's pushing to indict Obama for treason.
I heard she wants to indict Obama, Hillary, and I forget who else.
Yeah, the Clintons in general, right?
Yeah, but I mean mainly Hillary, Obama, and I'm not sure if not Eric Adams. Who was that jerk off who was his attorney general? Obama.
There's so many jerk offs.
Yeah, they were all.
It's hard to pick. But the thing is that I mean, I heard a bunch of evidence and arguments, and they have all kinds of written documents and audios and things like that, because some of the people that were around these folks recorded this shit secretly, and just to cover their ass.
Okay.
When you're doing dirty shit,
you don't want to be the only one to go down.
Yeah. So you need something to trade, and audio like that would do it. And so I don't know what's going on, but I do think that if it ever gets real serious, then the accusations that Trump is using the agencies to as wrongly will get more and more intense. And I don't know. I don't know if anybody as dirty and as big as Obama is going to go down.
Probably not, unfortunately. But it would be a victory if he just got arrested and taken a mugshot.
Well, what's also interesting is that you usually go after the little fish, and if you get enough little fish, then you have a story to tell.
Yeah.
And exposing him.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that? Film clip of the drug boat getting vaporized?
Yes.
That was. I enjoyed that.
No tears for me. Oh, on our website, I posted something in the stuff section that is about the Voyager.
Oh yes, they've detected some movement of 300 some odd objects, 300 in a pattern apparently, because they're all staying the same distance from each other.
More than that, 305 objects in space moving in the same direction at what is described as an unnatural rate. They cannot explain how these things are moving like that, because physics say natural bodies do not move in that manner.
Okay.
So they believe that it might be possible that all 305 of these objects are moving using a means of propulsion, if we can use that word,
that we're not familiar with.
That is unfamiliar. They're actually they're dumbfounded by how they can be moving at the speed that they're moving without leaving the traditional trails.
Where did you put it under stuff?
Yes, it's under stuff under my section.
Okay, stuff. Here we go. Stuff, boy stuff, Michael stuff.
It's pretty amazing. And the thing is that
I saw this the other day.
But it's bigger than that, because here's the thing: it was a Voyager 2, and Voyager 2 was basically programmed to ask the same questions that Voyager 1, gave back the data, and Voyager 2 came back with the same exact result
from a different area.
Right.
So it triangulated, and they said, no, this is the same formation that was caught by Voyager 1.
And the reason why they believe that Voyager 2 discovered this information is because Voyager 2 does not use the same type of equipment that we presently have. Supposedly, this is them talking, the computer equipment that we have nowadays is noisy.
Yeah.
So the equipment that
digital.
is on Voyager is old school. It's from 1970s.
Yeah, it's digital.
So it's quiet. It's analog.
I'm sorry, analog, not digital. I apologize.
So there's another thing that is completely fucking insane, and this is the scariest part of it. If you want to get scared, for no apparent reason, Voyager 2 is redesigning itself, is reprogramming itself, and there was nothing sent to do this. They don't know why
was it Voyager 2 that went offline for a little bit and then they reconnected after a few days again? Or was it Voyager 1?
I don't know about that.
One of them disconnected and they thought maybe something happened and then it came back again. But it's acting differently, they said.
Right. Well, the thing is it's reprogramming itself. First of all, one of the things that Voyager 2 did was they have these auxiliary pieces of equipment that have been shut down for since 1970 because they didn't need them anymore because they already did what they were supposed to do.
And now it's waking it up.
Voyager on its own turned on those systems, recalibrated them, reprogrammed them to send back data.
So
where the fuck did you get all that?
It could be that Voyager 2 has developed AI on its own.
But here's the thing. Scary, we're talking 1972 equipment, okay?
Yeah, but it's still...
What at most did they have? Maybe 300-400?
It's still a computer, correct?
Well, as I understand it, it's an analog-based computer with digital elements.
Still a computer.
Everything is in assembly.
Well, what I'm saying is either something happened externally or internally to make it intelligent.
I believe that those objects that it discovered
did something.
They're communicating with it, and they're changing its nature.
They were the ones reprogramming it then.
That is a presumption on my part, but I don't see. The thing is, I have a computer background. I have an electronics background. 1970, decade of 1970, that era, the best you could do was an HP calculator. The size of the computer on the lunar lander was like 300K because back then memory was hard to come by.
Yeah.
And remember, memory isn't one thing. Memory is a whole bunch of circuits that equal 1 byte. So if you have an 8-byte computer, you've got the circuitry on 8 of those bytes plus all the controlling elements that allow you to write and erase it, etc. All that, in the LEM, and Voyager came out a little bit past that because I believe Queen Elizabeth's voice is on it.
Well, a lot of people's voices. Well, that's on Voyager 1. That's where they have the record.
Right.
I forget what they call it.
I think they duplicated that from Voyager 2 as well.
150 different languages.
Right. All saying, go fuck yourself. Don't come back. Don't come to Earth. You suck. You suck. You suck. We have a ray gun that'll turn your brain inside out.
No, it's nothing to see here. Please go away. Go home.
We'll make you watch Gilligan's Island, or worse. No, we're gonna make you watch Star Trek, and then you can go ahead and completely configure your entire race based upon Star Trek, and then we're going to film it as a movie called Galaxy Quest.
Wait a minute. You weren't a Star Trek guy. You don't remember then that they had? I don't remember if it was an episode or if it was one of the Star Trek films. Voyager. Yeah. Was that one of the films? That might have been the first film.
That was the first one. There was a story where there was this probe and they brought it in and it was it had been altered by an alien race, and then they somehow genesed it or something, like got it out of there. They put it in the teleporter and showed it off into space, and then in the movie it came back, and the movie Star Trek 1 sucked major PP. It was a horrible movie, and that's
so long ago I can't remember it too well.
I watched The Wrath of Khan again just a few weeks ago.
Wrath of Khan I didn't care for that much.
There's so many people who think that Wrath of Khan is a great movie, and I said I remember it sucking, so I went ahead and I watched it, forced myself to watch it and came up with the conclusion that
sucks.
I can never, ever watch that rubber chest of Ricardo Montalban's. That they had a rubber chest. You didn't have to do that.
The only thing I remember of Wrath of Khan at the very end when Kirk is yelling Khan because
Yeah.
Khan killed his son.
Yeah. But actually, Spock died in that one, where he was jettisoned onto the planet, and supposedly the Genesis Project would reconstitute him.
Was that the one with Khan? Or was that
The
another
second
one? There were
Khan.
there were 5 of them, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were all horseshit.
They weren't all bad.
Actually, there was one that was actually I liked a lot because it felt more like one of the original episodes, and that was the one with the whales.
Oh man, that was the stupidest one. I think, or am I thinking? Am I confusing it? Wait, am I confusing it with Thanks for All the Fish?
Scott, the Star Trek Starship.
No. Where they put the whales back in? Oh, that was Douglas Adams.
I liked it. No, that you're thinking of the book by Douglas Adams, which is Hitchhiker's Guide, and then they also did Thanks for All the Fish.
Yeah, he had like 5 books in that series.
No, no.
Oh, something of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
Yeah, that was actually the movie sucked. What was good was actually the BBC version of it on public television. That was very good.
The movie was not great, but it wasn't that bad either.
It wasn't so. I read the book, and it was closer to the book.
Yeah, I read the book. I read the book.
The book was fun. 49. Yeah, that's the answer to the question of the universe, but we forgot what the question was.
Yeah.
Great, man. That's great. But the
49.
The one where this probe comes to the Earth and it's extremely powerful, and it's there to talk to the whales, but the whales are all dead or something like that.
Star Trek one?
Yeah, Star Trek one. I like that. I like that one because they had to go back into time and they saved the whales. So this way, there's whales when this guy shows up because that probe destroyed the Earth.
I don't know too well. Yeah,
that's okay.
Anyway,
I forgive you.
All right, but I see the shared stuff here. I would like to tell people to please come to our website and go under the My Stuff tab and go down to Michael's. It's the last one on Mike's stuff. It's Voyager Caught Something. It's very interesting. I watched that whole thing. I think I'm the one who sent you this link.
We hit on all the highlights, but the thing is, the details, the explanation of how you get to those headlines it's amazing because it is a very well orchestrated documentary. And it just, 305. Why 305?
I thought it was 350.
305. I remember that number specifically and I also saw it a few days ago, so it's fresh in my memory.
You sure it wasn't 49? Wait, you're missing 49.
It's also interesting that there seems to be activity in between these objects with each other, and they're suggesting the possibility it's communication and co-coordinations. Like pretty interesting stuff. And it's a lot. Also, hey, don't forget to look at the one on stuff about the fact that Muhammad never existed. It's all a lie. That's always fun.
Oh, wait, you put that on there?
Of course.
Okay, I got to look for that again. Because we mentioned that in our previous podcast, remember?
So
that's okay. That's okay. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. Let me see. What am I looking for?
Well, we have more lefties calling for the death of all MAGA. Just throwing it out there. Hey,
where the hell are these people coming from? Where are they coming out of the woodwork?
Well, crazy's got its own way. That's all I can tell you. You have people under a lot of stress. They're constantly told that Adolf Hitler is in the White House, and they're no damn good if they don't take him out. Stuff like that. And then we got Jin Saki telling you that prayer didn't save any lives, even though 116 rounds were shot at these kids, and two kids died. Could have been more with 116 rounds. That's a lot of ammunition. And then you got people. I forget who it was, but they're going again, saying that Trump was not shot. That was all fake.
Yeah, there were. You know what CNN had on? Was it CNN? I think it was CNN had as one of its headlines saying, no, it wasn't CNN. Politico said Trump claims he's not dead.
Nice.
I mean, come on.
Actually, they were complaining because the news agencies were complaining that the leftist ones that Trump's in hiding because they hadn't seen him in 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
He's the most transparent president we've ever had.
I think so. Yeah.
And he's gone for 2 days doing whatever he does. Because every time when he shows back up, it's another kick in the butt. It's another shot in the gut. He's a monster. He's now they're going to cut that out. CNN's going to cut that out and goes, see, these people are talking about Trump and they know he's a monster.
Fucking idiots.
That's like
the left-wing media is peopled by idiots.
That's like when Candace Owens was accused of making light of a situation because she said something was funny about that. And he goes, "We don't see the humor."
What else lately though? I don't know what the hell is going on with her. She had that blowout with Shapiro. She's become very anti-Israel. Possibly after she married into the royal family, because her husband is apparently related to the royals. And I don't know what's going on with her, but she is no longer.
She's no longer Candace Owens. Yeah,
which is
I don't know what's happening.
Which is okay,
Yeah, she's
a drastic change occurred in her.
Well, the thing is that she was a very high profile person. She was under a lot of stress. For all I know, she had a nervous breakdown. I mean, she was getting hit from every single angle, and she was working 24/7. She was out there. She was one of the first people I actually started listening to. That I was, I remember bumping into her explanation of what it was like to be a Democrat and having the transitory experience of becoming a Republican, being a black person, being a conservative. And I was like, she was absolutely amazing. And she was one of the people that actually helped me a lot,
Okay.
I thought she was a very powerful voice.
All right. We're going to leave it here because I now have to make a call.
Yes, you do.
And we will see you again next time on The View from Here. We hope, go ahead. We hope to, hold on a second on my son. Yo, Tim. I'm just finishing a podcast. All right, maybe I'll run by for a half hour. All right, I'll see you soon. Okay. That was my son telling me that he and my grandson are going to the gym, so I may join them. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this rambling episode and that you rate, share the show, rate it, and please follow us, okay? And share it with all your friends. In the meantime, have a very good night, and we'll let Michael. Oh well, he's done. Never mind.
So are you.
Next time.
Bye-bye.